12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
White down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Later 9.
Card out a throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, one word for that opening play call, and that is aggressive, but it worked. First play from scrimmage, long touchdown pass.
Well, let's be honest about it. In our production meeting last night, we talked about when would the secondary get tested. I did not say that it would get tested on play number 1. I knew as the game went along, they would take their shots. But that, as you said, a bold strike and very successful right out of the gate.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Back to throw, Darnold. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It got his man, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Brashad Perriman, 78 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now a carry for Jacobs. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Undercrush.
Go, Chief.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Down. You wide, 8-8.
Hey, defense, let's go.
1, Raider 1.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A., where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the Raiders really have high hopes for this. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
We got 4. We got 4.
Throwing now is Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 39.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Carr now on first down. Completes it to Aguilar. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check 4, check 4. Check.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there.
What you got, Heavy?
A first down throw, Darnold. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
He goes to you, it's you. He comes to me, it's me. 58's the mic, 58.
Back to the air, Darnold on second down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line.
Safety's creeping.
Now Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check tight.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's scooped up by the Jets.
We go set.
58's the mic. Going 58's the mic. Man out, man out, man out, man
out.
Now a draw play. This is Bell. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports.
Hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down. Don't let 89 go deep. Whatever you do, don't let 89 go deep.
We go set.
Mike, 57.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go.
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller.
Run.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Down.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
65.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's second down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. It's caught by Aguilar. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Nelson Aguilar. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Darnold now to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Set the Alpha.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 58, right there. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up.
No, lady.
Switch.
Red 80.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Here we go.
Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives him the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really be demoralizing.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the penalty, it's Miller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Check 43. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
That's it, baby.
Jonathan Hankins in on the stop.
Big hit.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Big edge.
Red 80. The lady.
57. Check.
2nd and 5 now. Darnold on the catch. It's Crowder. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Touchdown.
A 9-yard touchdown grab as they have taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now Carr.
Watch the run.
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down. Darnold now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Bang, 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 bang.
Slam, slam.
Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold, and down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Hey, check 27.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Now, this Raiders and Jets contest is a part of the NFL 100 series, and a little history lesson. Back in November of 1968, there was a game between these two teams where the Raiders scored 2 touchdowns in the final minute to win, and actually coverage was broken away from that game on the East Coast to show the movie Heidi, so a lot of the Jets fans missed the Raiders' comeback. Can imagine some saddened faces when they took the rubber bands off their newspapers the next morning on the East Coast. But don't worry, folks, we will not be interrupting this broadcast to show the movie Heidi. On 2nd and 10, Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Darnold now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold. Crowder's got it over the middle.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
57's Mike. Oh, you got deep? Double tight, double tight.
3 down, 3 down.
3 down, 3 down. Back.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Lady.
On 2nd and 7, Darnold. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Quinnen Williams able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now Carr. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage there, able to bat it down?
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
All right, T, let's turn. All right, T.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down. That's where Crowder makes his hay in the slot. Jets hoping to see more of that going forward. He signed with him in March after the last 4 seasons being in Washington. Had 3 pretty good years and sort of tailed off last season due in large part to an ankle injury. Here's Bell. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
58's the Mike. Stop your whining.
From the 30 on second down, Darnold. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, it's Jacobs. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On first down, Carr. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Carr now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Yo, lady. Mike 57, Mike 57. Big stop, D. Big stop, let's go.
Darnold. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And he's got Miller. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice gain. So the big play gets him. They'll run it. He can only get back to the line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
57's the mic.
You got nothing today.
Looking to throw on second down. Darnold. They'll wind up with 7 on the dump off, but it'll set up.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Darnold, and he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you know,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming.
To throw is Darnold. A screen to Bell. Look at the spin. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Bell. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game.
Here we go, son. Mike 57. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll run on first down. Bell. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Red 80.
Now it's Darnold. Caught by his tight end, Wesco. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Go.
Now.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Carr. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Throwing now is Carr. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Down. You wide 80.
Let's go, defense. Our time.
Express.
One final try now for Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Jets, they move back over 500 now.